Crypto.com now has debit and credit cards in multiple tiers. Specifically for this video, we're gonna zoom in here on the Midnight Blue for a dedicated review. So we're gonna check all the benefits, the requirements, the competition, and in the end, is it worth getting? Well guys, I would say let's strap in and let's find out. We start off this review series for the Crypto.com Visa card with the Midnight tier for a reason. Because if you take a look at all the available cards, the Midnight tier is the only one that requires absolutely nothing. So no staking, no upfront investment, no annual fees. It is absolutely free. It is their beginner card. But since it's their beginner card, it also comes with a lot less of the benefits. So let's quickly take a look here what you can get with the Midnight Blue card. And it will differ a bit if you have a credit or a debit card. But for the debit card, you can see there is 0% cashback. So if you spend, you get nothing back. However, if you get the credit card, you get back 1.5% in the Zero token. So that's not too bad for a free card. If you then scroll down, there's not much you can get with the Midnight tier for crypto, only the referral bonus. Then we go to stocks. If you have stocks, you can actually get a 1% bonus up to $1,000 as the bonus cap. And then finally, we have banking. And banking will come with a personal cash account. You can do global transfers and up to 1.5% on rewards for your cash you're storing there for the first 3 months, I should say. And then after those 3 months, up to 1% of interest on your banking account. And finally, typically the other cards get you free Spotify, free Netflix. But unfortunately, as you can see, it is absolutely nothing. If you live in the US and you want to order the credit card, you can also get a welcome bonus if you spend $1,500 in the next 90 days after ordering. And that will be up to $100, so it is not too bad. If you're going to sign up to Crypto.com, then don't forget to also use my referral code CoinBaron to get some additional bonuses and to support the channel. Link in the description down below. All the cashback and also the welcome bonus are sent to you in the form of the Zero token, the former Crypto.com coin. But once you spend, it is also directly available. So if you want to, you can sell to US dollar, euro, Bitcoin, or whatever you want. Having said that, the future of the Zero token looks quite bright based on technical analysis. But as always, guys, this is crypto, so do your own research. In general, the rewards are quite decent, especially for a free tier. But how much money are we actually talking about? And of course, that will depend really on your personal situation. But what if we use a median typical American household? Our example family spends $1,500 every month on their card, of which $600 is groceries, $200 is gasoline, and $200 is dining out. And then finally, we got $500 left for other, for example, including Amazon packages or anything else. Then also, this family has about $8,000 worth of saving. And finally, they also have about $40,000 worth of stock. And yes, apparently this is the median number. With the Midnight Blue debit card, this example family would get no cash back on their spending. However, if they would get the credit card, then they get 1.5%. So on a yearly basis, we're talking about $270 worth of cash back. So not too shabby. However, if they also use their saving money on Crypto.com, they will get an additional 1%. So about $80 on a yearly basis. And finally, if they transfer over their stock to Crypto.com, for example, their 401k, then they can get an additional $400 worth of transfer bonus with the Midnight tier. And finally, again, if they do get the credit card and they do enough spending, they can also get the welcome bonus worth another $100. If we then count those all up, for the debit card, you can get up to $480 with the Midnight tier. And with the credit card, we're talking about $850. Unfortunately, we cannot calculate a good return on investment because with this free tier, there is no upfront investment. So we're just having our return, which is $850 for the credit card. But then really comes to mind, how does this credit card and debit card stack up against the competition? I would like to start here with this Gemini credit card because this is the only other crypto credit card available. And it has a different reward structure. So 4% back for travel with gas and electric. We got 3% back on dining, 2% back on groceries, and 1% back on all other purchases. Moreover, their sign-up bonus is also a bit more generous as well, with $200. Our example family here will make yearly $360 worth of cashback in crypto and also the $200 welcome bonus. So together, $560 US. And I would say the cashback is significantly higher than what you would get with the Midnight Blue card, and both are also free and no annual fees. So in this situation, I would definitely recommend the Gemini card. However, if you do more spending in the other category, and if you do that significantly more than the average American household, in that case, maybe for buying a car or anything like that, in that case, the Midnight Blue would be the better option. Also, of course, there is no stock bonus and there is also no saving bonus if you choose Gemini. So in that case, you also might want to go with the Crypto.com offering if you want to have the complete package. If you don't care about crypto or stocks, I think you will be better off with a traditional credit card, like for example here, the Wells Fargo, because then also you'll get $200 worth of welcome bonus and unlimited 2% cashback. So that would be the best of both worlds. Regarding the debit card, there is more than enough competition out there. For example here, the Maxi MasterCard, but basically any exchange out there has their own version of a debit card, so you can spend your crypto on the go. But like with the Midnight tier, basically all of them are not giving you any cashback. There are a few very small startup providers that do offer cashback, but personally, I wouldn't trust them with my money. Then though, it is time for a conclusion, because is it worth getting the Midnight tier? And I hate to say it, but it depends. If you want to get the debit card, I would say go ahead, because basically it's offering what all the competitors are also doing. So a free card, but no cashback. Added benefit though is the interest rate on your saving account and also stock transfer bonus. However, if you want to go for the credit card, I would say it's not really worth your time, because take a look at the competition. Traditional banks up to 2% cashback, and also the Gemini card is offering better cashback for a typical American household, except if you really do a lot of spending in the other category. Anyways, if you do care though about that whole one-stop solution, the ease of use, then maybe in that case, this might be the right card for you. Or if you're just, searching for that welcome bonus, hunting those treasures, well, don't forget to also sign up using my referral code in the link in the description down below. Having said that though, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below, and I will do my best to answer those. And if you're ready, then also check out this video, because the next here is the Ruby Red. And I think for the majority of you guys, this actually might be a big game changer.